Hey guys, just a quick video to run through the new setup for the Mako bunker program. Got Mako set up here with the sound module, speakers and so forth. So let's quickly run through while I've got some space left on my iPad. Running standalone, you're going to have to power Mako separately. So I have a battery here. Battery comes in, battery voltage, positive battery voltage on this pin. Ground is on this middle pin on this connector. To trigger Mako is a switch to ground. If you're just having the switch, here's my switch, and you connect up that switch down to the middle pin between the power and the ground. So whenever that goes to ground, Mako will trigger. If you're going to trigger Mako using a receiver, the signal line for your receiver goes into this pin, and the easiest place to take power for your receiver is from these two pins on what would be your Mako output. So this end pin is your positive voltage and the middle pin is ground. So that's if you're triggering using your receiver. Now I have a Manta connected up here. Normally you wouldn't have that, but I've got it connected up so you can see what's going on. The important thing is, well, before we get down to the important thing, we'll talk about the IR system. Well, you just got your standard, I've just got a Piranha type attachment here, and it just goes in the standard Piranha port here on your Mako. There's no need to use the Microswitch replicator, so at the moment there's no need for that, although it will trigger to ground every time you fire. Okay, so most people want to know how to set up the sound module. So this is your MP3 sound module. Really, there's only the 3 connections from Mako and then line out to your speaker. Let's have a look at the speaker quickly first. Okay, the speaker pins are this bottom pin, which is this green wire here, and then we have ground, and then we have the other speaker out, which is the blue wire, and that's just going up to my speaker here. I find it easier to take all the pins for your module off the relay port on your Mako, the port number 4. Start with ground. So ground is this end pin. You just connect ground up to here on your module. It's the second pin down from the top there. Your power, to give power to your module, is your red wire, which is the middle pin here, but it comes out here and it's the end pin there for your module. That's your power wire. The one you have to pay attention to is the signal wire. So that's this one here on the inside of the Mako board. The yellow wire comes up. Now I found, oops, I bump everything. I found that you have to put in a 1K resistor for best audio quality. So I've got that coming to here. Then there's a 1K resistor which brings the signal into this second pin. I know it's a little bit hard to see, but the diagram I have will show you. So you've got power, then the signal in pin, but you've got that 1K resistor going. So signal, 1K resistor into the signal in pin. Now one thing I have added to Mako for the standalone is an IR LED, and there was one remaining pin on Mako which comes off the program port. So if you look at my program port wire, so dig it out here, it goes underneath here. Okay, the serial out is this yellow cable, this pin here closest in there, that's your serial out, and the middle pin on the program cable is ground. So we're using those two, serial out and the ground pin, to trigger your machine gun LED. So the yellow wire comes up here, that's going to be your positive supply, so it comes in here to the positive pin on your LED. Now you need current limiting for your LED, so I then have a 330 or 220 resistor down to here and then back to the ground on this port here. So that will fire your machine gun LED. Also on here, ports 1 and 2 on your Mako output, I haven't got them connected, but port 1 will do your cannon flash and port 2 will do your servo recoil. I'm going to stop the video there because that's the setup, and I'll get back to it in operation shortly.